and we're trying to save this young Trump administration, and I do think there is a crisis on many fronts. Is some of it of his own making? Art, XLM, you're on the air with the Drudge Report.
I wanted to tell Trump, don't give up. Keep it simple. And no matter what unpopular the...
Oh, hold on. What does that mean, keep it simple?
Keep it simple?
Yeah, what is that? Specifically, that's not enough advice to save this situation. Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have times as humans that overthink things. There's a lot of decisions. There's a lot of bills that are trying to be passed, but people end up getting things added on to them.
Well, but hold on. You don't think that Congress is deliberately sabotaging? Because I suspect there's a sabotage. Do you know Obama had the stimulus package on his desk before Inauguration Day? What did this Congress give this great man? Nothing.
Right.
So, all right. Well, okay. All right. Well, we'll keep it simple. Thank you. Just keep it simple.
Well, I did. I brought you Chinese food.
Well,
more simpler as that.
It is Matt Drudge here celebrating this 75th anniversary of this man. It is an anniversary of sorts.
It is unbelievable, and I'm so honored that you're here. I turned my microphone over to him and my chair.
Well, now you're not going to get it back. Because this is the quality of calls you're getting? Yes. Keep it simple?
Yes.
I don't know how to save it?
No. How many years have you had the Drudge Report?
It's 22. I started in 95. And when did you start?
94.
Okay, so we're all kind of, you were birthed a little bit before me. I have not missed a day. You practically don't miss a day.
I take vacation days.
It's been a heck of a ride, and it just feels like yesterday.
Blink of an eye.
Just feels like a blink of an eye.
Blink of an eye.
Now, how old were you when you started this show, Michael?
52.
52 years old. For everybody out there who is in a midlife.
And wants to give up.
In a midlife.
Right.
Look at what this man did with his 50s and 60s.
Well,
look at this.
I'll admit it.
Michael, do you realize you are at the top of your craft? #1 book in the country. A radio show, you roll down your windows and you hear you.
Wow.
I don't even have to tune you in. I just roll down the window.
Oh, and
think of that. I was coming in yesterday. You're the Bay Area, stuck in traffic in Embarcadero. One person had you on, another person had you on. Do you know what's happening here? People are nervous. It could go back to Hillary. She looks like she's running again.
Oh, yeah. Same message.
Third time is the charm.
Same message. Same message.
So,
global warming, women, war, peace, children, same message.
So all she needs is 1 million more this time? Are there 1 million more? Have there been 1 million more illegals that will come in who will sneak the vote?
I don't know.
Since the election. So I don't know either. Now, Melania is moving into the White House. Could this help to soften some of Trump's edges?
Will they care, though, Matt?
Nancy Reagan is billed as a secret behind Ronnie. That she soothed him. She played watchdog.
Please, this is a family show.
Okay.
Is that what they did with each other? She was the watchdog?
She was the watchdog. I do think having Melania there and the son there. Yeah, you're right. The Rosies.
They'll pick on the
Rachels. I dare you, Rachel Maddow. Go after the son. I dare you.
Go ahead, Matt. Give it to her.
I dare you, Rachel.
Give it to that sick freak. Give it to that sick freak.
But hold on a second. I'm getting a little bit nervous about the media situation. Do you know the media was near death? The New York Times was holding on to the short hairs. Do you know Vanity Fair was going under? CNN barely had a fraction. Some of the networks had NAs. Do you know what an NA is in ratings?
No.
Not able to register.
Unbelievable.
Trump has saved the media.
By Trump
action. Look, record ratings now.
Why?
Because the opposition is consolidating. They're following every bouncing ball. People actually believe Trump is a Russian agent.
Oh,
but this is the drugged ones. This is the drugged ones. How do you get them off? Anyway, I don't mean to hog the airtime here. No, I'm not hogging.
You don't do radio. I love it.
Hold on a second here. Ken FTL down in southern Florida. You're on the air with Drudge and Savage.
Savage, you're talking about what should Trump do? Do exactly what he's been doing. Run the country. It's been just over 60 days. And I'm getting a little tired of every time I listen to a station, including the conservative ones. Oh, he's in trouble. He's oh my God. What?
I like the passion at least. That's a little more, thank you. They should put him in. Put him in. Put him in.
Here's the question. Should he get harder, Matt, or should he back off and be Mr. Softy? Come on, you're the media, maybe. Wait, you know, the man sitting here in my broadcast chair is a personal friend of mine. We've known each other for a number of years. You don't know two people on earth who had more to do with Donald Trump getting elected.
I don't know that.
Well, okay, I'll take response. You don't have to say that. I'll take it. You know why I backed Donald? I didn't know him at all. His message was my message. Borders, language, culture. He wanted a wall. He wanted to restore the faith in America. He wanted to restore our faith in the cultural basis of this country. So I figured, let's go for it, because the opposition here is against everything I believe in. But I saw that you were pretty consistently...
But I come at it from a different side. I like Donald the man even before he ran. I think he is one of the most fascinating Americans that have ever lived in the modern era. He is a throwback. You talked about an old school.
Yeah.
An old school. He's old school. Part of me is his personality is not being totally used here. The charm, the guy who ran the hotel, the guy who had a #1 TV show with The Apprentice. And don't mock me, Rachel. Come on. This is part of charisma. Charisma is needed in this job. This isn't just getting a bill through Congress. This is also charisma. So I wish they would let him return to Donald Trump, the full Donald Trump.
What about
so we're disagreeing already.
What about the tweeting every day?
I think he thinks that's fun.
What do you think?
Twitter to me, I don't do much of it, because I don't think the audience is that large. I think it's the junkies that are, it's feeding the junkies. So, to me, it's a broader thing. I would sit down and give an interview with Oprah. I would do it. I know, okay, you're rolling your eyes. Here we go.
I didn't say no. I was surprised.
Do you know in the 80s he did? And she melted in his presence.
Yeah, I can see that.
The audience of women melted in his presence. Now, that doesn't mean he changes his policies. That doesn't mean less taxes, smaller government, seal the borders. I think he's going to lay the first brick, by the way. You watch. He's going to lay the brick. He's going to slab that cement on that brick and he's going to put it down. But why not do a little bit more to reach out to the other half? Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's the Condoleezza Rice.
You have been listening to the man who I affectionately call the Hearst of our time. And the thing about Matt Drudge, that he doesn't want to hear it, he's just exactly a guy in my house. We just had Chinese food together. He honored me by coming out for my birthday to be with me because he's my friend, number one. But he's also, never underestimate the statement I'm going to make. He's an ordinary guy. You see him in the street, average guy. But he's probably the most powerful media figure in the country. He doesn't want to hear this. So he says to me, Michael, do you realize your show is really that powerful? I see the same thing you see in me, I see in you.
Wow.
Why? Because we know our realities, meaning if you can walk with kings and never lose the common touch.
Well, I was in D.C. this week. I couldn't wait to get out of there. Nonstop sirens, nonstop bomb threats, a very strange feeling in the air. I grew up in D.C. It was never like that. A sense of something is not right. The highest percentage of Hillary voters was where? Washington, D.C.
Really?
Trump is living in a place with the highest percentage of people who voted against him. It would have been as if Hillary went to Wyoming.
No, it'd be like Michael Savage broadcasting in San Francisco. Come on.
So maybe it can work.
It works.
Maybe it can work. All right, early days, Rasmussen, who I trust, who was literally the closest in the general election. People don't realize that. Rasmussen actually got it right. He is showing danger for Trump. I don't think that's fake. I think he is showing danger. I think attacking the Freedom Caucus was calculated. To get something through the House, that still doesn't mean he can get it through the Senate. You've got McCain who's going to block. You've got Lindsey Graham who's going to block. So Donald Trump has been dealt a very bad hand here. Does the audience understand that? He has a bad hand. And that's just the way it is. Now, do you leave the casino altogether? Do you go to take a break? Does he take a break?
You told me you think he should disappear for a while.
Well, Nixon wasn't in your face. Since when did the president become someone who was in your face daily? I wish he would just go to work. behind the scenes? Just go away behind the scenes and go to work.
I mean, don't be so...
But I think with after Bill Clinton, you had to be in the public face every day. You had to be part of the pop culture. Obama took it to new heights. The cover of People magazine every other week, or you're out of favor. I don't think President Trump needs to be out front every day saying something. I think we would respect him if he got serious things done, and the end result, you judge the tree by the fruit.
You're listening to the Savage Nation, and we have a very important guest. He's just left the theater. He's done more than I ever thought he would do. He honored me by coming here, but he also is extremely private, and I implored him, after stuffing him with Chinese food, to please say a few words to the audience. And he's so good-natured that he just did it. But don't underestimate the influence of this man. Everybody in the world who is in the public eye reads the Drudge Report every day, as I do. We all know that. So you just heard his view of what must be done for the president to thrive. It's that simple. And what I'm going to ask you, the audience, is a similar question again. Is there anything going on outside of America that you think he needs to be doing? What should he be doing outside of our borders? Or the bigger question is, should he be focused only on domestic issues right now? Or do you want to see him doing international issues? What would you prioritize, crushing ISIS or building the wall? Me? Build the wall. Build the wall. ISIS is already on the run thanks to the Russians, not thanks to Obama. Thanks to the Iraqi army and the Russians, ISIS is on the retreat right now. Not thanks to Obama and Hillary Clinton who let them thrive. So the fact of the matter is, I think he needs to focus, personally, Matt, and everyone else listening to the show, only on domestic. Build those factories in Western Pennsylvania. I've talked about it many times. Come back on talk radio. Do once a week this show, other shows. Talk to your people. Talk to the Eddies. Talk to the Ediths. And, of course, internationally, North Korea must be stopped. General Mattis has said that. That's the headline in the Drudge Report. I've been saying it for weeks now. This is no joke anymore. We got to stop letting the lunatics talking about Russia. This was not threatening us, by the way. When has Russia last threatened the United States? I don't think it was since I was a little boy living in 1952, 53, when the Soviet Union was around. They're not threatening us. North Korea is threatening to nuke us. And the psychotics in the media, the nutcases, the front men, the upchuck Todds, what they're talking about is Russia, not North Korea. It just shows you that William Blake, the poet, was right when he said, the eye that alters, alters all. Well, my eye is not altered. It's focused. I'm Michael Savage. I'll be right back.